Okay, thank you. So let us start solving the questions, guys. So this is our first question here. Okay. So yesterday, what all we have done, people? We are done with, I have given you the importance of the percentages, and then we saw how to convert a number. It's not audible. Is it not audible, guys? I think it's audible, right? Preeti, I think there must be a problem from your side, buddy. Everything is clear here. Okay. Well, so we learned how to convert a number to percentage. We can convert a number to percentage by multiplying with 100. And we can convert percentage to number by dividing with 100. That's what we did. And then we started with the tools in percentage, right? So that is fraction percentage relationship. I discussed it till 1 by 25. Apart from that, I taught you how to calculate 10%, 5% and 1% and any percent of any number. That also I taught you. So these are the basic stuff. And apart from that, I even taught you how to calculate percentage change in value by original value into 100. Okay. Guys, few are telling that video is not clear. Is that so? Audio video, is it not clear? Yeah, it's clear. Everybody says it's clear here. I think people, there must be an internet issue from your side. Please exit and reconnect one more time. Okay, yeah, everybody says it's completely perfect. Yeah, okay. So let us start with the problems today. The very first problem looks like this. What does it say? The population of a town is increased by 10%, 20%, and then decreased by 30% in 3 years. If the initial population of the town was 10,000, find the new population. Understand the question. The population of a town is 10,000 guys. Okay. It is increased by 10%, 20%, and 30% in 3 years. If the initial population is 10,000, find the new population. That's the answer question. So we have to find what is the new population after increasing it by 2 times 10% and 20% and then decreasing it by 30%. Okay. I'll give you multiple methods to solve this. Observe here. I'll start with the 10,000. Increase it by 10%. 10% of 10,000 is 1,000. When it is increased by 1,000, that becomes 11,000. Next year, it is increased by 20%. We know 10% is 1,100. What will be 20%, guys? Quickly, what will be 20% of 11,000? 2,200. Swagat, it's not like that. 10% of 11,000 is 1,100. You have to calculate 20% of 11,000, buddy. Okay. So that is 1,100, 10%. Double that is 2,200. So we will get here 13,200. This is the population after second year. And finally, it is decreased by 30% in the third year. Now we know 10% of this is 1320. That is 10%. To convert it into 30%, we will multiply with the 3. So that becomes 3,960. Yeah, 3,960. If I subtract 3,960 from 13,200, what should be the answer, guys? Quickly. Subtract 3,900, 3,960 from 13,200. 9,240 should be the answer. 9,240. Check it out, Aisha. I think you did a mistake there. Many people, few of them give you here 6,040, 7,040. No, it is 9,240. Okay. If you don't know how to subtract it quickly, I'll give you a method. Observe here. Instead of 3,940, 960, subtract 4,000 from 3,200. When you subtract 4,000 from 13,200, not 3,200, 13,200, that will become 9,200, right? 9,200. So we subtracted 40 extra, added back. That becomes 9,240. Observe here carefully. I'm doing it one more time. Okay. Look. We start, original population is at 10,000. Original population is at 10,000. Initially increased by 10%. 10% of 10,000 is 1,000. When I increase it by 1,000, that will become 11,000. Agree? Next, this is population after 1 year. For second year it increases by 20%. What is a 10% of 11,000? That is 1,100. 10% of 11,000 is how much? 1,100. I taught you how to calculate 10% yesterday. Just divide the number with the 10, you will get 10%. 11,000 divided by 10 is 1,100. That is 10%. If you double that, that will become 2,200. That is 20%. So increased means we will add this. That will become 13,002. Okay. So this is population after 2 years. Now we have to calculate after third year. Third year it is decreased by 30%. It decreased. Now how do we calculate 30%? 30% is basically 10% into 3. Now we calculate 10% of 13,200, that is 1320. So 1320 multiplied with 3 will give us 3960. So this is 30%. If I subtract 3960 from 13,200, we should get 9,240. Am I clear now, everyone? Am I clear with this problem? Everybody? I'll give you another method. Observe. Remember one trick here. Remember one thing. Very, very important. X can also be written as 100% of X. X can also be written as 100% of X. It means any number can be written as 100% of itself. Why? What do you mean by 100% of X? 100% means 100 by 100 of X. This get cancelled. I'll be left with X. That's what I wrote. X can also be written as 100% of X. Okay. Now observe this carefully. This step is very, 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 very crucial. Observe this point. Originally population is at 10,000. Consider it as 100%. Right? 10,000 is also same as 100% of 10,000. If you see 100% of 10,000. What is 100%? Again 100 by 100 of 10,000. So if I write 10,000 as 100% of 10,000, nothing changes, right? So 10,000, consider it as 100% initially. It is increased by 10% after first year, means that will become 110%. Originally 100%, increased by 10% means that will become 110%. Now this whole thing represents a population after 1 year. Now consider it as 100%. This is a brand new number. Population after 1 year it is. Brand new number. Consider it as 100%. Okay. Now next year it is increased by 20%. So 100% increased by 20% means that will become 120%. Now this whole thing represents population after second year. Consider it as a new number again. 100% it is. Everything it is new number, it is 100%. Now this is decreased by 30%. What will you write now? This is decreased by 30% in the third year. What will you write now? Decreased by 30% means what happens? Originally it is 100%. Decreased by 30%, guys. 70%. It was 100%. Okay, decreased by 30% means it will become 30%. Now, this can be written as 7 by 10. 120% is 12 by 10. 110% is 11 by 10. Why? 70% means 70 by 100, 0 cancel, 7 by 10. 120% is 120 by 100, 0 cancel, 12 by 10. Likewise, 110% is 11 by 10 of 10,000. So 1, 2, 3. Here also 3 zeros cancel. Okay. I can say 12 into 11 is 132. Into another 7 is there. This side into 10 is there. 7 into 132. That will become 924. And into 10 will become 9240. Now, this is very important method. This method is very important. Okay, initially I showed you one method. That is a natural process. But if you want to do it faster, this is the method which you have to use. I'm repeating it one more time, understand. The original population of a town is at 10,000. Okay. It is, we consider it as 100% initially. Increased by 10% means that will become 110%. Okay. Again, increased by 20% means this becomes 120%. Again, decreased by 30% means 70%. So if you know this, how to write this equation, then we can do it much faster. Let us have some examples for this. Let me make you perfect this. Let us assume population is X. Let us consider population as X. Okay. Population is increased by 20%, increased by 30%, and increased by 40%. Okay. What do we do? Original population is X. Consider it as 100%. Increased by 20% means that become 120%. Now consider this as a new number, brand new number. Okay. So new number means again consider it as 100%. It is increased by 30% means that will become 130%. This is population after second year. Again consider it as 100%. Increased by 40% means that will become 140%. Okay. You need not to write all these things. You need not to write all these things in the exam. What you have to write directly. 140% means 114 by 10. Why? 140% means 140 by 100. 0 cancel. 14 by 10. That's what you must be able to directly write it. Next is 13 by 10. Next is a 12 by 10 of X. X means population. This will be given in the question. Okay. So this is original population. Let us call new population as N. New population as N. So when I solve this, this should give me N. This should give me N. Okay. Now let us try to write everything in a single step. Okay. Let us say population is increased by 25%. And increased by 15% and then decreased by 20%. Let us consider original population as X. Okay, start from here. Increased by 25% means what will you write? What will you write? I want you to tell me in fraction. Directly fraction. Fraction Manoj. What will you write? Not 12.5 Harsha. 125%. Okay, don't simplify it. Don't simplify it. Don't simplify it. Directly write it. Mahim, you added 1 0 extra. 100% initially increases by 25% means 125%, which can be written as 125 by 100. That's it. Don't simplify. Simply write it. 125 by 100. 15% increase, what will you write? 15% increase. 15%. No, Harsha, not 15 by 100. Increase, Aishwarya. Increase. That is good, guys. What is it? 115 by 100. Because consider it as 100% initially, increase it by 15% means 150%. Now tell me, 20% decrease, what will you write? Good, you're learning it. 80 by 100, or I will directly write 8 by 10, 0, 0 cancel. Or 80 by 100, you can write it in this way also. This is what you have to write. If I solve this, I will get n value new population. Let us take up one last example on this. Let us see whether you can give me quickly or not. Decreased by 30%. Decreased by 20%. Increased by 10%. My original population is X. Start telling for 10% increase, what will you write? 10%, 110 by 100, 0, 0 cancel, 11 by 10. 20% decrease, 20% decrease, 80 by 100, 0, 0 cancel, 8 by 10 into 30% decrease. 70% will be remaining, 7 by 10. If we solve this, we will get a new population N. That's it. Understood how to write the equation? Understood how to write the equation? Everybody? Yeah. Let us go to next question then. Let us go to next question. Imagine, instead of this, if I give you a question in this way. Now, that will be lengthy, Akshay. That will be lengthy. That's why go it in this way. Go it in this way. This will give you the faster answer. Okay. Imagine if the question is in this way. Look, I don't know original population X. It is increased by 10%, 20%, and decreased by 30% in 3 years. Then the final population is 9240. What is the original population? That's the question. Remember, we should always start from the original population, that is X. Increased by 10%. What will you write? Quickly. Increased by 10%. Original population is X. 10% increase means 110 by 110%. That becomes 110%. 110 by 100 or 11 by 10 into. Increased by 20%. What will you write? 120%, which is nothing but 120 by 100 or 12 by 10. Decreased by 30%. Good. Decreased by 30% means it becomes a 70%. I will write it as 7 by 10. Now, this whole thing represents the new population, which is equal to 9240 according to question. This is equal to 9240. So if we solve this, if we cancel this, we should get the answer. We'll cancel with 11. 11 into 8, 11 into 4, 0. 12 into 1, 12 into 7, 84 and 0. 7 into 1, 7 into 10. Left hand side in the denominator, we have 10 into 10 into 10, that is 1000. Right hand side, we have 10 here, 1000 into 10 should give us a 10,000. So if it gives you final population and asks original population. This is how you have to calculate. Am I clear with this, everybody? Am I clear with this one? Please confirm. Understood? Very good. Let us go to the new question. Let us go to another question. Okay. Suppose if the question is something like this. Suppose if the question is something like this. Two successive discounts of 10% and 20% are equal to. Two successive discounts of 10% and 20% are equal to. Look, initially, discount means a decrease. We need to calculate percentage change here. Let us assume the marked price as 100. Marked price as 100. Two discounts are given. First one is a 20%. Let me apply this. Discount means a decrease. Let us assume, because whenever in the question, except percentages, no other numbers are given, always start from 100. Whenever in any question, only percentages are given, no other number is given, always start with 100. Let us assume the market price is 100. On this, he gave 20 rupees, 20% discount. 20% of 100 is a 20 only. I'll decrease it by 20, that becomes 80 rupees. Again, on this, we will give 10% discount. 10% of 80 is 80 rupees. Okay. So what will be the new price? 72. Let us call this as selling price. Market price was 100. Selling price was 72. What is the change in the value? What is the change in the value? 28. Even if you do first 10% and 20%, you will get the same answer. That also I will show you. I will start with the 10%. 10% of 100 is a 10. I will get 90. Again on this, I will decrease a 20%. 10% of 90 is a 9. 20% will be double that value. 18, I will get the same value from sir. So in the order in which you apply the percentages doesn't matter, you get the same answer. Always apply the complicated ones first and the easier ones at the last. That's it. Now, yesterday I taught you percentage change is equal to change in value divided by original value into 100. Observe this carefully. What is change in value in this case? That is 28. Out of original value, that is marked price, 100 into 100. 100 cancel, my answer is 28% decrease. Overall discount is how much? 28%. I hope everybody understood this one. Yeah, this is one method. Another method. We'll start with 100. This is 100. Let us consider it as 100%. 10% decrease means it is decreased by 10%. I will get 90%. Remaining is 90%. On this, another 20% discount. We will consider this as a brand new number, that is 20%. Sorry, 100%. 20% reduced means what will you write? What will you write? 20% discount means 80%. If you do this, 80% is 80 by 100 or 8 by 10. 90% means 90 by 100 or 9 by 10. Into 100 is there. 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel. 8 into 9, 72. We got the same value. This is original price. This is final. Sorry, original value is 100. Final value is 72. Change in value, you will get a 28 again. Okay. Now, observe this carefully. Very, very important. We call them successive percentages. Even this concept, everything. These are successive percentages. Okay. Whenever successive percentages are given, successive percentages, and that too only 2 are there. You can calculate percentage change with the formula x plus y plus xy by 100 directly. This formula will give you the direct answer. Observe. In our case, the discount is one is a 10%, another one is a 20%. Remember, discount means a decrease. Discount means a decrease. It means x value and y value are negatives. X value 10% decrease means x value is a minus 10, y value is a minus 20, because a discount means a decrease. Remember this. Okay. Plus now x into y, minus into minus, plus 10 into 20, 200 divided by 100, 0000 cancel, minus 30 plus 2, minus 30 plus 2 will be minus 28. Once again, minus means a 28% decrease. You can directly get the answer using this formula if you can remember this formula. This formula will give you percentage change. Yes, original formula of percentage is always same. Change in value by original value into 100. But whenever there are successive percentages, means what? You are applying more than 1% on the same number. You can use this formula to get the quicker answer. Am I clear with this, everybody? Am I clear with this? Okay. Observe this question. Another thing. Let us look at another question of similar kind with a slight change. If the length and breadth of a rectangle, if they give 3 percentages, you have to do it in this way. Let me show you. If there is another discount of 30%, 10%, 20%, and 30%, 3 discounts are there. Okay. What do you have to do? First, apply for these 2. Discounts means a decrease, keep it in mind. When I solved for first 2, I got a 28% discount. Bring the third one here. Now apply the formula for these 2. X value minus 28, y value minus 30. X into y minus into minus is plus. 28 into 30. How much? 84, 840. 840 divided by 100. Okay. 0, 0 cancel. This becomes 8.4. This is minus 58 plus 8.4. That will become minus 49.6. So discount is 49.6%. That's it. Understood, everybody? What happens if there are 3 discounts? Did you understand how to do this? Okay. Wonderful. Next question. Look at this question. What does it say? If the length and breadth of a rectangle are increased by 20% and 30%, find the percentage change in area. Let me explain you the concept behind this question. Okay. In regular simple method, this is my original rectangle. Let us assume some values. Okay. Let us consider our length as breadth as 100 and length as 200. Okay. Now, new rectangle, because length and breadth are increased. Observe this. Length increased by 20%. 200 increased by 20%. 10% of 200 is 20. 20% will be 40. So this will become 240. Breadth increased by not 220 Arsha, 240. 10% is 20. 20% will be double that, right? 40. So that's why that becomes a 240. Okay. Now look at this one. Breadth is 100. Breadth is 100. Increased by 30% means it becomes 130. Manu, I'm repeating. Observe. Originally, this is length, this is breadth. Length increased by 20% is said. 100 increased by 20% is what? What is a 10%? Sorry, 200 increased by 20%. We assumed some values. You can take any values and get the same answer. 10% of 200 is a 20. 20% will be double that value. That's why 40. So that's why you will get a 240. Am I clear with this now? So that's why new length is a 240. Okay. Now look at breadth is 100. 100 increased by 30% will become 130. Now my original area, length into breadth, 200 into 100 is how much? 20,000. Area of rectangle, we know that length into breadth. Here also length into breadth. Now the new area, 130 into 240. 130 into 240. So that will become how much? 260 plus 52. 260 plus, yeah, that is 130 into, sorry, 13 into 24, that is 260 plus 52. 312 will get 00. This is original area, this is a new area. We want percentage change. Change in the value from year to year is how much? 11,200. Right? We know percentage change. Change in the value divided by original value into 100. Into 100. So 0000 cancel. 0000 cancel. 112 by 2 will be 56% increase. 56% increase. Am I clear with this part, everybody, so far? Am I clear with this part, everyone? Okay, now observe this here. Now observe this. You're gonna love this part. This is my rectangle. This is my rectangle. Okay. Observe this part carefully. If I increase the length, what else increased here? What else increased here? In this figure, when I increase the length, what else increased in this figure? Area. Manu, where is breadth increased there? Breadth remains same. When I increase the length, area increased. Area increased. Agree? When the length is increased, that leads to increase in area. Now, if I increase breadth, height or breadth, both are same. What else increased here? What else increased here? Area. So again, when you increase the breadth, area increased. Agree? Observe this carefully. It means whenever you increase a length and breadth, you are indirectly increasing area. Length increased by 20% means area will increase by 20%. Breadth increased by 30% means area will also increase by 30%. So, the same question, if he says length and breadth are increased by 20% and 30%, that question is same as area is increased by 20% and 30%. Okay. Now, so this is successive percentage. I can directly use my formula. X value is a 20. According to the question, X value is a 20. Y value is a 30. X into Y, 20 into 30 is a 600 divided by 100. 0000 cancel. 20 plus 30 is 50 plus 6 is 56% increase. That's all. If you can understand that question is based on successive percentage, and if you know this formula X plus Y plus XY by 100, you can just answer the question in 5 to 10 seconds, people. Guys, many of you have not answered the attendance yet. please take 10 to 20 seconds of your time and please quickly answer that attendance. Fill that attendance form quickly, guys, everybody. So understood this method, guys? Understood this method of solving the problem, everyone? Yeah. Okay. So you need not to do all this crap. You need not to do all this crap. Okay. So this I explained. No, Ajay. Whenever successive percentage is given, we use this formula. You will get to know that. You will get to know that eventually. Eventually, you will understand when to apply successive percentage, when not to apply. Okay. By the end of this topic, you'll understand, because percentage is a complicated topic. People, you will take some time to digest everything. Okay. Veeravalli, you will get it, buddy. You will get it. You'll get the recording of yesterday's class. Don't worry. Okay. Let us go to the next question. Just give me a second. Now we'll have another question of similar kind and try. Another question of similar type and try this. What did he say now? The length and breadth of rectangle are increased and decreased by. It is increased and decreased by 20%. Increased by 20%. Decreased by 25%. Find the percentage change in area. Careful wherever increase and decrease is there. We know length increased by 20% means area increases by 20%. Breadth decreased by 25% means area decreases by 25%. So this is successive percentage, because you are increasing area by 20%, decreasing area by 25% indirectly. We can apply our formula and get the answer. Try this and quickly give me the answer, everybody. Try this and quickly give me the answer. Zero. Harsha, perfect answer. Monica, please check it. Sai Kumar, you have to tell me increase or decrease. Guys, you have to tell me increase or decrease. Sandhya, wrong answer. Aishwarya, wrong. Yes, Sai. Aishwarya, perfect. Sahana, wrong, buddy. Careful with the Manu, perfect. Okay, none of this. Okay, fine, observe. X value is 20. Y value is minus 25. I told you, be careful whenever there is a decrease. Now, X into Y, guys. One value is plus, one value is minus. Plus into minus is what? Minus. Right? You have to be careful here. That's what I told. So 20 into 25 is 500 divided by 100. Double zero cancel. Minus 30 plus 20 is minus 10. So answer is 10% decrease. That's all. You have to be careful while applying the formula, guys. Am I clear with this, everybody? Am I clear with this, everyone? Yeah. Okay. Let us look at another question of different type. Observe, the question is something like this. The price of a commodity is increased by 25%. Then by what percent we must reduce the consumption to keep the expenditure constant? What does it say? If the price of the commodity, okay, so don't write anything, people, just try the questions what I'm trying to give you. Just, whenever I ask you to try it, that's all. Because entire notes will be provided to you, don't worry about it. If the price of the commodity is increased by 25%, then by what percent we must reduce the consumption to keep the expenditure constant? Okay. Let us understand the scenario here. In general, let us say, firstly, understand the relationship between price, consumption, and expenditure. You are purchasing petrol, okay? that is a 10 rupees per liter, let us assume. And you are purchasing 10 liters, that is consumption. What is your expenditure? How much are you spending altogether? 10 rupees per liter you are purchasing, and you are purchasing 10 liters. What is your expenditure? 100 rupees you are spending. How did we get that? Price into consumption should give us expenditure. Now he told the price of the commodity is increased by 25%. Increased by 25% means that becomes 125% of the original price, that is 10. Right? 10 is 100% of 10. Increased by 25% means that becomes 125%. So this is 125 by 100 of 10. 0, 0 cancel. That is 125 by 10 is 12.5. New price is 12.5. Now I don't know what is the new consumption. But I know that my expenditure should remain same, means it has to be 100 only. It has to be 100 only. Am I clear with this so far? Price increased by 25% means a new price becomes a 12.5. I don't know what is the new consumption. I don't know what is the new consumption. Let us consider it as X. Earlier we used to consume 10 liters. But now we don't know. We have to reduce the consumption. Why? We can't increase the expenditure here. Expenditure should remain constant. Originally it was 100. Now also it has to be 100. Don't worry. I'll give you another method for this. But first you have to understand what is happening inside. So new price is at 12.5. I don't know new consumption, but the expenditure is same 100 till now. Am I clear? Monica, did you understand this point? Okay, observe here, guys. Guys, you have to listen to me carefully when I'm telling. If you get diverted, it will be difficult to people. Let us assume the price of petrol is at 10 rupees per liter. Yes, Santosh. Okay, let us assume we are consuming 10 liters. What is the expenditure? 10 rupees per liter and you are filling 10 liters. Means what is the expenditure? 100. Agree? How did I get it? Price into consumption. Now the price is increased by 25%. All of a sudden price increased by 20%. Original price is at 10. We know we can consider it as 100%. I told you in the beginning of the class. 10 can also be considered as 100% of 10. Increased by 25% means now this will become 125% of 10. This is the new price. 125% means 125 by 100 of 10. 0, 0 cancel. 12, 125 by 10 is 12.5. Guys, do not write. That's why don't write while I'm explaining. You will miss the explanation. So new price is 12.5. Okay. Observe. He clearly told us keep the expenditure constant. Means whatever the original expenditure, we have to keep it same. Then I don't know what is the value of consumption. Because consumption changes now. Yes or no? Price is increased, but you have same money. You don't have more money with you. What should you do? You have to reduce your consumption. But we don't know what is the new consumption. So we can calculate X is equal to 100 divided by 12.5. Or I can write it as 125 by 10. 12.5 can be written as 125 by 10, right? Same here. Look here. 12.5 can be written as 125 by 10. 10 will go to the numerator. That will become 1000 divided by 125. 125 into 8. So now we are consuming 8 liters. The new consumption is 8 liters. Original consumption was at 10. New consumption was 8 liters. We have to calculate percentage change. Percentage. By what percent we must reduce the consumption? Percentage change. What is the change in value? 2. 2 out of change in value out of original value 10 into 100. 2 out of 20. So what happens? 0, 0 cancel. 2 into 10. 20% is the reduction. 20% is the reduction. This is the basic method concept. Am I clear with this part so far? Am I clear with this so far? Okay. Now, let me give you a shorter way of solving the same question. I will never give you the shortcut directly, people, because you don't learn concept. Okay. Do not expect don't think that the question is so difficult. No, the question is one line answer. If I give you the shortcut, but you don't understand the shortcut if you don't understand the concept. Okay. Observe. I don't know what is my original expenditure. Expenditure, let us consider it as 100 rupees. Yeah. All of a sudden, price increased by 10% means expenditure will also increase by 10%. Do you agree with me in this? If the price increases by 10%, expenditure will also increase by 10%. Yeah. So what is 10% of 100? 10 only. It will increase by 110 rupees. This is the new expenditure. But in the question, he clearly told us keep the expenditure constant. Keep the expenditure constant. Means I have to bring it back to the original value. What is the original expenditure? 100. Now, I have to reduce from 110 to 100. How much should I reduce? To come back from 110 to 100, how much I should reduce? 10. Reduce 10. Out of which number? From which number you are reducing? From which number you are reducing? 110. Put it in the denominator. To convert it into percentage, multiply with 100. 1 minute. What was the question? Increase it by 10%? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. This is 25% in the question, no? Price increased by 25%. Original price is 100. Price increased by 25%. Original expenditure 100. Price increases by 25% means new expenditure will be 125. Now I have to bring it back to original value, that is 100. Means how much should I reduce? How much should I reduce? 25. 25 out of which value? 125. To convert it into percentage, we multiply with 100. 25 into 5, 5 into 20. Answer is 20%. We got the same answer. Let us say price increased by 20%. Then what will be the new expenditure? 120. I want to bring it back to original value because I'm not ready to spend 120. I want to spend 100 only. Means how much I should reduce? 20. Out of which number? 120. What is 20 out to convert it into percentage? Into 100, or you must know fraction percentage relationship. 1 by 6. What is 1 by 6 value, guys? Yesterday I taught you. What is 1 by 6 value? 16.66%. 1 by 6 value is 16.66%. Suppose let's say price is decreased by 10%. Then what is the new expenditure? 90. But I'm not ready to change the expenditure. I want to spend the same value. That is 100. Means this time I have to increase. Increase by what value? 10. Out of which value? 90. That becomes 1 by 9. If you want to convert it into percentage, multiply with 100. Or if you know 1 by 9 is directly 11.11%. Yesterday I taught you this. You can increase your consumption by 11.11%. Am I clear with this, everybody? Okay. People, understand one thing. If you feel it difficult and if you quit it now, you will never learn, guys. If you feel it difficult and if you quit it now, you will never learn. Look, originally when we solved the problem, this was this big. But when I solved this, this is only this much. Patience matters a lot here. I hope you're understanding. If you continue to listen, I will make sure that this percentages will become a piece of cake for you. But you should have that patience with me. Okay? One thing I'm pretty sure, no matter what, I'll never give you any shortcut directly. I will not give you any shortcut directly, but I will give you. But when I give you the shortcut, guys, I will give you one of the finest methods that can be used here. Okay? Let us continue to the next question. Okay? Let me take up a question, guys. Just give me a second. Suppose if my question is something like this. This is the question. If a numerator of a fraction is increased by 20% and the denominator is increased by 25%, the fraction obtained is 3 by 5. What was the original fraction? Understand the question. Numerator of a fraction is increased by 20% and the denominator is increased by 25%. The fraction obtained is 3 by 5. What was the original fraction? That's what the question is. Original fraction. Now, I don't know what is original fraction. One thing I'm pretty sure that in a fraction, I'll have both numerator and denominator. Let me consider my original fraction as x by 5, x by y. Okay. Now, x is my numerator, y is my denominator. Numerator increased by 20%. I gave you a tip in the beginning. X can also be written as what? X can also be written or considered as what? Harsha, I think you gave the right answer. Let us see. 100% of x, right? Increased by 20% means that will become 120% of x. Denominator increased by 25% means what will you write? What will you write here? 125% x. 125% of y. Not x, Ajay. Denominator is y. This is the new fraction. According to question, this is equal to 3 by 5. According to question, this is equal to 3 by 5. Rest is cancellation. You can cancel percentage, need not to bother about it. In the numerator and denominator, if you see percentage, simply cancel it. So what do I get? X by y is equal to, oh, I'm sorry, denominator is decreased, right? Denominator is decreased by 25%. What should be right, guys? No, yaar. Arifa, both are increased only. It's increased only. It is increased only. It was right. Perfect. It was. अरीफा क्या हो गया? हाँ, ऐसा कैसे कर सकते हो? यहाँ पे देखो क्या है इधर, इंक्रीज है ना? ओके, नेक्स्ट. So percentage cancelled. I will send this 120 and 125 to the other side. What do I get? This originally 3 by 5 is there. 125 comes to the numerator. 120 comes to the denominator. 3 into 40. 5 into 25. 5 into 5. 5 into 8. So my x by value is 5 by 8. So that is my original fraction. Option C is the right answer. I show you a perfect answer. Did you understand this question, everybody? Did you understand this question, everyone? Yeah. Let us look into another question, people. Let us look at this question. Problem based on elections. Problems based on elections. Okay, these are actually the lengthiest problems, but we will try to make it as simple as possible. Okay, initially it looks lengthy, but when I give you the final answer, you will get it in 1 or 2 lines for sure. In a college election fought between two candidates, one candidate got 55% of valid votes. 15% of votes were declared invalid. Okay. Yes, Sanya, this is every day, buddy. This is every day. 7 o'clock to 8:30. 7 to 8:30. Okay. 15% of votes were invalid. If the total votes were 15,200, what is the number of valid votes other candidate got? Let us understand the concept initially. Observe carefully. Look. In an election, we will have total votes. We will have total votes. Among the total votes, every vote is need not to be valid. Few votes are valid and a few votes are invalid. We will count only valid votes. Okay. This is distributed among two people if there are only two contestants. One is winner and the other one is a runner. Yes, you will get Mantesh. You will get the recording of this as well. Don't worry. Okay. So this is how we divide the votes. Total votes, among them valid and invalid. We don't count the invalid, we'll count only valid. Valid will be distributed among winner and the runner. Now observe. Come back to question. In a college election fought between two candidates, one candidate got 55% of valid votes, means he must be the winner. He must be the winner. Why? Anybody who gets more than 50% obviously is the winner. Now he told us 50% of the votes were invalid. So first, total votes. The total votes were 15,200. In this, we will have valid and invalid. Valid, invalid. Now, how many are invalid here? 15%. 15% of 15,200. These are invalid votes. Okay. So 15% means 15 by 100. 0000 cancel. When I multiply this, this will give me invalid votes. So that will be 1500 plus 750, 2250, 2280. If you multiply 15 into 152, that will give us 2280. Invalid are 2280. Then how many will be valid? Calculate and tell me. Calculate and tell me. Anybody? How many will be valid here? Subtract it from the total votes. That should give you the valid votes. 12,920. Now these are distributed among winner and runner. Winner got 55% votes. Then how much will runner get? How much will runner get? Winner got 55% means runner will get 45% valid votes. What is that? 45% of valid. That is 12920. We learned yesterday how to calculate 45%. 50% minus 5%. 50% means half of this value. That will be 6,460. Harsha, check it out. It is not 460. 5% will be how much? If you want to convert 50% to 5%, divide it with the 10. You'll get 646. That's all. You already have 50% with you. 6460. To convert it into 5%, divide that 50% with the 10. That will become 5%. Now subtract 646 with 6460. What do I get? 5814 is my answer. The other candidate got how much? 5814. This should be the answer. Okay. It looks lengthy. Don't worry. I told you, you will get the answer within. You'll get the answer within one line. One or max 2 lines. That I will teach. Don't worry about it. But this is the concept. Did you understand this point? Did you understand so far what we did in this question? Everyone. Okay, Aishwarya, observe. We started. Total votes are 15,200. In this, 15% are invalid. We calculated 15% of 15,200. We got to 2280. Those are invalid. We subtract invalid from total. That will give us the remaining are valid, which are 12,920. Valid votes are distributed among winner and the runner. Winner got 55% votes according to the question that is told here. Then runner will get 45% of the valid votes. Valid votes are these many. We want 45% of it. 45% of 12920 is 5814. Am I clear, Aishwarya? Did you understand this? Did you understand this? Okay. Now let me give you the shortcut for the same question. Observe. Total votes are how many, guys? 15,200. Total votes are how many? 15,200. Just give me a second. Out of which invalid are 15%, means what will be the valid percentage? What will be the valid percentage? Invalid are 15, valid will be 85%. So can I say these are valid votes now? These are valid votes. Yes or no? 85% of 15,200 will be valid. Yeah. Now we distribute all these votes among winner and loser or runner. Winner got 55%. Consider this as a new number. Consider this as a new number. This is what winner got. 55% of this. Then runner gets what percent of this value? Runner gets what percent of this value? 45%. 45% of this. Observe carefully. These are total votes. 15% are invalid, means valid will be 85%. That is 85% of this much. These are valid votes then. Out of valid vote, winner got 55%, means runner will get 45%. So what do we do? 45 by 100 into 85 by 100 into 15200. 0000 cancel. Okay. 4 into 25. 4 into 3. 4 into 8. 5 into 5. 5 into 9. 5 into 1. 5 into 17. Okay. So 17 into 9 is 153. Into we have to multiply with 8. 38. 38. So if I multiply 153 with 38, I will get a 24, 249, 51, 580 plus 15, 23 plus 5, 28 to 2, 3 plus 2, 5. Don't worry about this multiplication method. You will learn it soon. So answer is 5814. We will teach you this multiplication method soon. Don't worry about it for now. I just multiplied 153 with 38. That's all I got the answer. That's all I got the answer. Look at this. 5814. Did you look what all we did here? And how much did we here? One line equation. One line equation. Okay. Rest is calculation. Did you understand this part, everybody? Did you understand second method? Everyone? This is what you have to do in the exam. Got it? Okay. I think we should stop here, people. We'll continue in the tomorrow's session. So this is all about percentages. This is all about percentages. I hope you understood. Why not 45% of what? Why 45%, not 55%? Varsha, he told one candidate got 55%. And he is asking about other candidate. If one gets 55% means what percent should other candidate get? What percentage should other candidate get? 45% only, right? Did you get that point? That's why we took 45 there. Okay. Multiplication you will learn, but you will learn. You will learn. You will learn. Soon we will teach you. Don't worry about it. Multiplication, how to multiply that, we will teach you all this. Everybody, did you understand this? Did you understand this? Thank you, Saisha. Next question. Arre, don't write Aishwarya. Stop falling behind the question. You will get it. You'll get the content right away. I'm adding it to the drive right now. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm adding it. Okay. The PDF is shared to the drive people. You can, one second. Is added. You can check it in the drive there. Okay, guys. Click is not support to a PDF. That first class video will be provided soon, guys. So not in this problem. We got 20% answer in the one problem. Is 20% there given in the options. Escape 20% is not given. Answer will be none of this. Bus. If 20% is not given, answer will be none of this. Trust me. Which answer? Let us see that also. This one. This one. Yes. 20% is not given here. Answer is none of this. But answer is 20%. That is 100% right. You need not worry about it. Got it? Okay. No problem. No problem. No problem. 1 second, guys. So, okay, guys, that's all from my side today. Okay. We'll continue class in the tomorrow's session. Okay, I think Sandesh will address you for a couple of minutes. Okay. See you guys in the tomorrow session with a new topic, people. Tomorrow we shall start new topic. Okay. Chalo. So tomorrow we will learn the speed maths, like how to multiply those things, add those things and all. That I will teach you in the tomorrow session. Till then, tata, bye-bye.